Wow. Right, have a seat there. Right, so what's your first name?
Valerie.
Valerie. And you're waiting for 2 replacement knees?
Yes. I've got osteoarthritis. It's in my back as well.
Right, okay.
And my shoulders. I've got probably an operation on it. I've already had one on it.
Right, okay, so, right, let's start at the beginning. Right, so what happens is in your head is a thought. That thought triggers a feeling. Now, some of your thoughts are good for you. They're aligned with true self or aligned with God. You'll feel good. Like if I say, I feel amazing, my body chemistry is going to say, yeah, she feels amazing. If I say, I can't cope, the boss hates me, I hate my job, I hate my life, what am I going to do to my internal chemistry? Now, what happens is over a period of time, we have different aches or pains in our body. We ignore them to begin with. We get on with things. I bet you ignored it for a long time. And then it got so bad, you had to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
You sit down in the doctor's chair, you tell him what's wrong, or her, and they then give you a name, osteoarthritis. Does that help you feel better?
No.
No. That may then license them to prescribe some pharmaceutical drug, but it doesn't take away the pain. Now, in most cases, the pain is only mental or emotional in origin, and that's what I prove. The Harvard Medical School know this, yeah, but your conventional doctors tend to have their head in the sand a bit and still be prescribing drugs. So my job is to give them all a bit of a stir and a wake-up call to get them to realise that if we can't see the cause of an ache or a pain, then the cause must be non-physical. You know, if you've got a pain in your side and there's not a knife sticking in there, but you've still got a pain, the cause must be non-physical. If we x-ray it and an MRI it and we still can't see it, the cause must be non-physical. What's non-physical? Thoughts and feelings. Yeah? Yeah, so let's get your knees fixed, eh? Then we might do your shoulder and your spine. That'll be like Christmas, won't it?
Yeah.
So we're starting with the knees. So what happened for me was about 25 years ago, I was working as a manager for Lloyds Bank. So I was the training manager for the north of England for Lloyds Bank. I got 6 direct reports, and my team were responsible for training cashiers, standing order clerks. Me personally, I trained assistant managers and managers in lending, staff management, coaching, that kind of thing. Imagine my surprise and disbelief when one day I started seeing dead people. No previous experience, but at the age of 31. Now my logical brain only had 3 explanations for it. Number 1, I'd gone bonkers. So as I sat there wondering if I had absolutely gone mad, a voice said to me, if you'd gone mad, you wouldn't be sitting here questioning if you'd gone mad. You'd just be mad. And I thought, oh, that's a relief. Yeah? If you're questioning if you're going a bit funny, then you're all right. Yeah? Same as if you're questioning if your memory's going, you're all right. When you don't know your memory's gone, then you've got a problem. Yeah? Right. Then I thought, well, if it's not that, what is it? Somebody must have drugged me. I've not even smoked a cigarette this lifetime. I've had plenty of alcohol because I come from a long line of alcoholics. Or not alcoholics, but people that like to drink because I'm English. Yeah? But I haven't smoked a cigarette. Somebody could have given me magic mushrooms or LSD or pot. I wouldn't know. I just wouldn't know. So that was my second thought, was I've been drugged. So I thought, well, if I've been drugged, sooner or later it'll be out of my system and I'll go back to normal. It never happened. It's been 25 years. And what happened was, in my distress at seeing spirits that nobody else could see, I started praying like I'd never prayed before. And as a result of that, I got to meet 2 of my guides physically. And the story of that is in my first book, Medium Rep. Right, now everything you see me do isn't me moving. It's the spirit surgeon. So in the same way that when we look at ourselves in the mirror, you can look at yourself in the mirror and say, I shouldn't look like that, I don't feel like that. As we get older, it gets worse, yeah? Can we agree then that the real us is invisible? I can't see the real you, it's invisible.
Yeah.
I could sense it if I sat with you long enough. If it was just you and me in the room, I could sense how you feel. But I can't see the real you, and you can't see the real me. You can see this outer garment. It's not then hard to think, well, there could be 2 invisible beings in me at this point in time. Now, Valerie, just go like that with your right one. That's it, and rest it down again. As you did that, how was that feeling?
Not too bad. This knee isn't as bad as that.
No, that's all right. Just walk around on that one. I want to see if that one's sorted.
Sorry.
It's all right.
Yes, it doesn't feel too bad.
Not too bad at all, eh, that? Right, so now I'm going around the other side. The healing that I do doesn't take very long. Typically, it will take between 4 and 8 minutes a person. And the reason I get it so fast is that purple powder. That purple powder is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Now, can I get my helpers to just go around and open up every window and the fire door? Because with the healing, this room will start to get hot very, very fast. And it's to do with energy that's being released, not just from Valerie, but from you guys as well. I've got 40 different guys that are working with me tonight. And so they work on you while you're sat in the audience. You don't have to come up the front. Yeah? And why is this happening? Why is it happening? Right, just go like that one with that one, Valerie. How's that feeling?
Not too bad.
Right, go take it for a test drive. She got up a bit easier, didn't she?
Yeah.
Ha ha, she's smiling. How are they feeling?
Yeah, not too bad at all.
Hey, that's not bad, is it?
No.
Isn't that unbelievable?
It only took a few seconds.
I know. Right, I can work, usually I can take away pain faster than Panadol. Yeah? Or you can get relief faster than waiting for an appointment in your doctor's surgery. Yeah? And
No, I'm on tramadol. It's not touching me.
well, this does though. Eh?
Yeah.
So I might have to change my sign. I can
Brilliant.
work faster than a tramadol. Shoulder. All right, so show me what movement you've got in that shoulder. Where does it? Right, so that's quite bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, right, okay, rest it down. Yes, it lasts. Yeah, it lasts. But I tell you what, if you're an older person that comes up the front tonight that has healing, do make sure you take the person's purple powder. It's not a sales pitch, guys. If you're an older person, you've not got a lot of energy in your system, you need to keep your energy up to keep the healing going. So, and I mean, anybody over 40 that has healing, generally speaking, you need that purple powder to keep the healing going. Right, now just try moving that again.
Yeah.
All right, it's not right yet, but
No.
it's better than it was. All right. So I don't have to think about the healing. I have to have a really good intent towards Valerie. It helps that we don't know each other. All right, it's actually easier for me to fix complete strangers I know nothing about than it is immediate family, where there's issues. Yeah? Yeah, so it's actually easier for me to fix complete strangers. So I've got two purposes. One is to transform medicine, and the other one is to transform education. At the moment I'm working on the first one first, and then I'll start with education. Right, give it another go, Valerie. That's not bad, is it?
No.
Right, now I'm going to work on your spine, all right? Shuffle yourself round in your chair so your legs point that way. So what the surgeon is... Yep. That's all right, we'll work on the hearing later. Right, so what the surgeons do is they open up your healing channels. They can be called meridians or energy lines, and as they do so, your body can then start healing. I don't have to think about the healing. All the gestures are done by the spirit surgeons. And the bigger the audience, this is about as big an audience as they ever do. I like between 20 and 40. If we go over 40, your chances of receiving a healing are low. But if I have too small an audience, I don't have the same energy and power to work with, so this kind of size is really good. Right, walk around, Valerie, see how that feels. And she walking better?
Yes. Not better.
Yeah.
This knee's still hurting a little
Which
bit.
one? The left one?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Pretty
Sit
bad.
yourself back down. No, we'll fix
No,
that.
I'm a lot better.
Is your spine good?
Yeah, I think it
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yes,
It's
it
unbelievable.
is, yeah.
And I've been doing this for 25 years. In the whole of those 25 years, just 3 doctors in New Zealand have been to see me, and 5 in the UK. And I think that's pretty sad, actually. Loads of nurses come, loads and loads of nurses, and they train with me to do the healing as well. But doctors, I think they're just being too heavily brainwashed, and they don't understand that this is possible. But if you think about your pharmaceutical drug industry, if their drugs made you better, they wouldn't have a business now, would they? Right, try that again. She's getting up so much easier. How's it feeling?
Feels a lot better.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Oh,